What up, everyone? It's your boy Mike Gavelli, and I just bought a house. Yeah, I got the keys, all that good shit. And now I'm finally in the real estate game. Cause if you know me, you know that's my goal. To make my money work for me and me not work for my money because I'm lazy and I like a lot of money. And real estate is a great way to accomplish that goal. With rental income, buying homes, renting them out, you could create a lot of income and a lot of wealth. That's how you generate wealth through real estate. I want to become rich, but I really want to be wealthy. Something to pass down to, generations and generations of my family. That is wealth. Now, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about my home purchase and about real estate and how important I think it is, and why everyone should get into it, and, a couple of tips on purchasing your first home if you're trying to do that. So like I said, real estate is all about creating real wealth. And that's why I have such a huge interest in it. Now, right now I'm sitting here in my new home, filming this podcast, YouTube video. Sorry for the inactivity, but this stuff, it gets crazy and it's a lot of work, time consuming, but it's extremely rewarding at the end of the day. So if you don't know much about real estate, like I said, real estate is the number one wealth creator in the entire world. I mean, of course, besides acquiring gold and platinum and silver, different things like that, real estate is the number one asset class. So when you buy real estate, the important part necessarily isn't the walls and the railing and the flooring. It's the land below you. In the Declaration of Independence, it used to state that, life was about the pursuit of life, liberty, and pursuit of land. Now it's life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. They took the land part out because obviously they don't want you to own land. We can get into conspiracy theories later, but owning land is extremely important, because if you don't ever own your own land, you will always be a quote unquote slave to the system, slave to society, however you want to phrase it. But it's extremely important to own your own land, because then you own your own assets. The more assets you have, the more wealth that you acquire. The more assets that you have, the more wealth that you can acquire, more wealth that you have. So buy real estate. I think everyone should buy real estate. And right now is an amazing time to buy real estate. Have you seen the interest rates that are out right now? Like, my interest rate, some people want to kill me over, because like some of my parents and my realtors even like, God damn, I wish I had gotten your fucking interest rate when I bought my home. But right now is an amazing time to buy real estate because of how low interest rates are. So if you have the money, take advantage of this time right now. Now, speaking of the money, in order to buy a home, you have to have your finances, all in a line. You have to have your credit score good. You have to have cash in the bank. You have to have pay stubs from your job. You have to be legit about your money. So first of all, credit score. Let's talk about that. If you don't have a great credit score, no worries. There's tons of companies online that can help you get a better credit score and could tell you exactly what's affecting your credit score. Because it may be like something that you're delinquent on for the last 2 or 3 years that you just completely forgot about. It's okay. But you want to be able to fix this so in order you can buy a house. You want your credit score to be in the 650 and above range. Because that's when it's like teetering on the line of good. If it's not that, like I said, don't worry about it. You can always raise it. You can always fix it. So first things first, get your credit score right. Next, make sure you have some money in the bank. Don't just have it cash, lying underneath your bed, like that type of stuff. Put it in the bank and let it quote unquote season. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do with your money. You have to have it in the banks, so that way the banks can tell you like, all right, yeah, this guy's legit. He's actually got money. You know, and then you have to have a job that's paying you weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the case may be. You have to have proof of income. And then, you know, you can find a fucking house. If you got those two, you know, those two financial things in line, you can go and find a house. Where you're gonna find a house depends on where you live or what type of lifestyle you want to live in, whether you're trying to live in the country or live in the city or, you know, whatever the case may be. Start looking at homes that are within your price range, depending on how much debt you have, whether you have student loans, different things like that. It was a lot more difficult for me because I have student loans. So I had to overcompensate for the amount of money that I had in order to purchase a home, because the amount of student loans that I had dragged me down. So, and another way to get past that is to have a job for 2 years straight after you graduate college. Then it pretty much like washes away some of your student loans, because it shows that you can pay for them and that you have a steady job. Next, the most important part that I think is finding a team. Finding a team of people like a realtor, your mortgage people, insurance, lawyers, et cetera, that is going to help you with this process. So once you found the house that you want to buy, you know, you can put your offer down, and depending on how much the house is, there's so many different ways you can structure your loan. So you could do 3% loans, you could do 5% loans, 10%, 20%, FHA for first-time home buyers, veteran loans, tons of different things. And depending on the areas that you're buying in, you'll receive different discounts or promotions for people that are trying to, you know, revitalize the area, or construction loans, whatever the case may be. There's so many different programs and ways to structure your housing loan to make it, you know, fit your income and, you know, how much you're able to pay, et cetera, et cetera. But again, find a team. That is the single-handedly most important part, because without a team, you are going to fail. I was fortunate enough to have a great team. I was working with a good friend of mine, a realtor, Vince Garman, works with eXp Realty out in Wilmington, Delaware. And he was one of my good friends from real estate school. We went to realtor school together, and I started doing it, and he took it off, and he's been amazing, you know, from the very get-go. So I worked with him, and he put me on with so many different connects. Got me working with our mortgage company, Bryn Mawr Trust, which they're amazing out in Pennsylvania. Rich Rockwell, my insurance agent. Matt Longo, my lawyer my settlement lawyer. You know, so he was able to put this whole team together to make the shit happen. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. So I would say that is probably one of the most important parts, is finding your team. Now, once you've done all that, then you can pretty much buy your house. You know, start looking at the different homes and put in some offers. You never know. You're gonna run into some problems with, you know, negotiating, et cetera, but that's all part of the process. But again, I love real estate, and I think that everybody should get into this stuff. It is my long-term goal, and I'm not gonna stop until I get, you know, 100, 200, 1,000 properties. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening. Hope you guys like this little podcast. If there's anything else that I can answer, questions, comments, whatever the case may be, any help that I can give you, please let me know. And yeah, hopefully you guys can come check out my house soon. But until then, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.